This is my 7th time trying to record this video in about 3 weeks. I'm sorry for the background noise, it's super hot, deal with it. What's going on, y'all? THEBrandonBrownson here with episode 37, kind of TBB Unscripted. I say kind of, and this is really uncharacteristic, but I'm actually going to tackle one of the questions before we get into news, just one of the questions. And that question comes from SSBS Fanboy, who says, what happened to TBB Unscripted 35? So, what happened is that I accidentally named episode 35 episode 36. So what you're watching right now is technically episode 36, but I'm gonna call it episode 37 because I'm way too fucking lazy to go back and fix my mistake. So, with that said, let's jump into some news. And the first thing I want to talk about is why there was not a TBB Unscripted last month. And I'll be honest, I was in a really bad place. The past, there was a month and a half where I was in a really, really bad place. I'm over it now. I'm back in a normal state of mind. Normal for me anyways. But for a while, I was just dealing with my mental health, and I needed to kind of take it easy on here and take it easy with some of the other things I'm working on. I apologize to an extent for that. Like, I don't regret taking time off to work on my mental health, but I also kind of regret leaving you guys high and dry, at least not giving you a heads up as to why I'm kind of going MIA sooner. Not that I really went totally MIA, because I still have videos coming out, but I know some section of you really look forward to TBB Unscripted and hearing me do the Q&A and shit like that, and I'm sorry for not giving you guys a heads up that I wasn't going to be doing one last month, but I should be good now. The ball's really starting to get rolling with therapy. I actually have 2 appointments in the morning, yet here I am, fucking recording this. So, yeah, things are getting better up here, so I don't need you guys worrying about me or anything. The next thing I would like to address, and I'm going to try and make this kind of a quicker segment because it's not one of the important ones, but it's one of the ones I want to talk about the most. A super quick review of the new Five Nights at Freddy's game. Those of you who follow the channel, those of you who know me in real life, know that I'm a huge fan of Five Nights at Freddy's. And the new game dropped not that long ago, so I do want to do a lightning quick review of that. Ultimately, the story was good. I was kind of disappointed that they didn't go into more things. Like, it answered one of the super big questions that's been bugging us since the very beginning of Five Nights at Freddy's. But that one thing is really all the story goes into. It goes into that one thing really, really well, and it also does a fantastic job of taking everyone's theories and absolutely destroying them with something coming out of left field. I don't know, I wish they'd have gone into more, and I'm hoping that with Scott's October release, whatever it is, it will kind of go into more story stuff. But for what the story was, I really enjoyed it. The game was definitely the scariest, but in my opinion, the gameplay in this one was the worst. The whole gimmick behind it with most of the nights is you have to listen for the animatronics, and it didn't work. Like, it could be the fact that my headphones are kind of subpar at best, the ones I have to use right now, but I couldn't hear shit when I was supposed to be able to hear something, which just led to me getting really frustrated and stopping the game. I'm probably not going to pick it back up anytime soon, solely because, A, because of how much it frustrated me, and B, because I've seen all the story through various Let's Plays, so there's no reason for me to really pick it back up. And then, slight spoiler here, I don't know how Fredbear works. I have no idea what the Fredbear mechanic is. Whenever I won a night, and mind you, I only won one night, but it was because I feel I got lucky. Like, before, whenever I lose at Five Nights at Freddy's, I felt like it was my fault that I lost. It was something that I did to cause it. Here, I didn't feel that. I was just confused through the whole thing. But because it was really scary, and because I did enjoy the story, I will give it a B-, and that's it for that review. The next thing I want to bring up is Theory Addict. So, when you guys see this video, you will see this 1 week from today. Okay, so today's the 27th of July. You will see this on August 3rd. So, August 10th, 1 week from when you see this, if you watch this the day it's released, of course, I will have a new Theory Addict out. And I'm working really hard to make sure that for the rest of the year, I have one Theory Addict coming out a month. So, in August, there will be a Theory Addict. September, October, November, December, there will hopefully be a Theory Addict. I'm already working on September's. I have the script written out, and hypothetically I could start recording the lines right now, but I'm waiting for a little bit because I'm collaborating with someone on this episode of Theory Addict. I'm not going to say who right now, just in case things fall through. That's always a possibility. Because of that, I'm not going to reveal who is going to be doing the next episode of Theory Addict with me, but I'm really excited to be doing it. I think it's one that you guys are really going to like. The September one is something that I've never done before, so that's really fucking exciting. Yeah, I'm trying to do an episode of Theory Addict a month for at least the rest of the year, and this will kind of help me gauge how interested people still are in Theory Addict, because I've noticed the viewership of Theory Addict going down and down and down with every new episode. I don't even think that this most recent episode of Theory Addict has 1,000 views, which leads me to believe that people aren't as interested in Theory Addict as they once were. And if that's the case, like, this is kind of like, if these get, higher than my expectation as far as views go, then I'll know I need to be doing more episodes of Theory Addict. If they do about how I expect them to, or worse than that, I'll know that I can kind of keep doing Theory Addict at the rate that I am right now. This is kind of a period of experimentation a little bit, seeing what the future of the channel is going to be as far as Theory Addict goes, and I'm excited to see how that goes, and I'm excited for you guys to see the next episode of Theory Addict, because I think it's a really fucking good one. The last thing I want to discuss super quick is the new album. Long story short, I'm working on it. To kind of go into a little more detail, before my last album, Beyond the Clouds, my bar was like right here. Still kind of high, but not super high. After Beyond the Clouds, my bar is up here, so I'm being really critical of the music I make. I'm being really critical of what does or does not go on the album. As is, right now, I have maybe 5 songs I know for sure are going to be on the album. I'd like to get between 8 and 10 before I release it. So, I don't have a release date for the next album yet, but it's coming. I'm working on it, I promise. With that said, let's jump into your questions. The first 3 questions come from Anal Butt Monkeys. 1, have you ever thought about the fact that Toad from the Mario series are kind of shaped like dicks? Oh. Why did the Mario brothers hang out with the Toads? I don't know, they fucking protect him and shit, so they clearly see something in the dicks with arms. Anal Butt Monkey's final question is, what are your thoughts on Fallout 4? I am really excited about it. The hype train is going fucking crazy. I like the little bits of the story that they've given away so far. I like the new features that they're going to be implementing. It looks really good on next-gen consoles. Hopefully it'll look really good on my computer, because I want to get it for Steam, because fucking mods, am I right? I'm really excited for it, to give you the short and sweet of it. SSBS Fanboy has a bunch of questions, so let's jump into them. Number 1, remember me? Yes, I do. Number 2, what is your favorite meme as of right now? Russell Jimmy's. Russell Jimmy's has always been my meme of choice. I fucking love it. Whenever something frustrates me, I often say that really rustled my Jimmy's. But like a week ago, and even now, but like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago especially, I was super into the Shia LaBeouf meme. I'm actually oddly really inspired by the Shia LaBeouf meme. Have you ever beaten up a life-size doll of some kind? I mean, I think when I was a little kid I kicked a mannequin once, but that's about where the buck stops. Nikki Bella, Naomi, or Paige? Fuck, marry, kill. I'm not gonna kill Nikki Bella, but I'll definitely fire her. I'll fuck Naomi, and I will marry Paige, because Paige is wonderful, and I want to fucking cuddle her. Sami Zayn, Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt. Push, Barry, fire. I'm gonna have to bury Bray Wyatt, because I know that he can come back from it. Push Dean Ambrose, and fire Sami Zayn. Mind you, this was actually a difficult one that I had to think about for a little while before I even did this. What's better, booty twerking or titty twerking? Probably booty twerking. I've never really seen titty twerking before. Would you throw a 16-pound bowling ball at a hobo's face for unlimited wishes? You have to do it while they're sleeping, and you can't wish for money or true love. Fuck yeah, I'll throw it at their face when they're fucking awake. You know why? Because my first wish is, I wish his face was better. Bam! I don't have to feel guilty whatsoever for throwing that bowling ball. Plus, I got unlimited wishes. I can't wish for money. No, but I can wish for shit that I can sell. I wish for a fucking Bugatti. I wish that there was a motherfucker in front of me that I could sell the Bugatti to. I wish the motherfucker and his new Bugatti were back home. Bam! I just made a couple grand. Pokemon Yellow or Pokemon Crystal, which is better? I was a huge fan of both of them, but definitely Pokemon Crystal. Gen 2 is my favorite generation. Pokemon Crystal is my favorite Pokemon game. I can't go up against my favorite Pokemon game, dog. If you could have your shit be any color for the rest of your life, what color would you choose? That's a really interesting one. I'm gonna have to go brown, the way it is right now. Because if my shit were a different color, then I would want people to look at my poop. Be all like, dude, check it out, my poop's purple, look at my poop. And no one would want to be my friend anymore because I'd show everyone my purple poop. So brown. If you could do the chitty chitty bang bang with a porn star for the rest of your life, who would you pick? You can only bang her when she wants, and once she comes, the session's over. I mean, of course I'm only gonna bang her when she wants, otherwise it's rape, and rape is fucked up. Yeah, I can't really answer that question, because I don't know any porn star by names. I don't watch porn enough to, like, know porn stars' names. Do you like porn? I think I just answered that question. Do you like dogs? Yeah, I love dogs. Do you like dogs watching porn? I mean, if that's how they want to spend a Tuesday evening, feel free. And SSBS Fanboy's final question is, if you could punch Jesus in the gut, would you? Probably not. Jesus seemed like an okay dude. Alright, so Harry Clarkson has 12 questions, and Harry Clarkson also explains what Europa Universalis is. I'll have to check it out. But let's jump into your questions here. 1, have you ever played Ghosts and Goblins for the NES? Yes, and that game's fucking hard as balls. 2, what's the type of music you would only play for the most specialized situations? Well, you haven't given me a situation, so I cannot tell you what kind of music I would play specifically for it. Bam! Checkmate, atheists. 3, favorite pizza toppings. Pepperoni, extra cheese, sausage, mushroom. I think that those would be like my 4 big ones, with stuffed crust. Gotta go with the stuffed crust. Love me some fucking stuffed crust. Number 4, what's the most ridiculous series of events that all happen in continuous succession? So this is actually a really funny story. Let me see if I can't scoot you guys back a little bit so I can fucking hell, goddammit. Story time, boys and girls. Once upon a time, I was up at the mall with some people. There's shit on my fucking screen. Once upon a time, I was up at the mall with some people. And I'm not going to name any names here, just because I don't like name-dropping people. But we're sitting outside, and against one of the buildings, I think it was like a Bass Pro Shop, there's like a little wall that you can sit on. So I'm sitting up there smoking a cigarette, and one of my buddies is kind of running up and down the wall, pretending that they're a ninja, and my buddy tries to jump over me as I'm trying to stand up. And what happened next was legend. This motherfucker first hits his dick on the back of my head, kind of moves to the side, hits his nuts on my shoulder, kind of like bounces off, and then hits his nuts on my knee. So this motherfucker gets hit in the nuts like 3 times in 2 seconds, and when he hits the ground, his nugget bounces, like the back of his head hits the fucking pavement. And I was just sitting there like, what the fuck just happened? The funny thing is, like, he was fine in like a half hour. I had a migraine from his dick hitting the back of my head for like 2 months. Not 2 months, it was like a week. But yeah, that is the fucking wildest series of events to ever happen. Number 5, what do you think of the new Will Smith movie Focus? Is it any good? Haven't seen it, can't comment on it. Number 6, what is your opinion on the Fallout series as a whole with the announcement of 4? I think I went into my opinions on 4 quite a bit earlier, but as far as the entire series, I like it. Number 7, is unjust criticism valid in flawed ideologies? I gave a really good answer for this a couple weeks back when I tried recording this video, and I wish I'd have hung on to that footage just so I could kind of copy-paste my answer here, but to kind of give you the short and sweet of it, no. As a matter of fact, you need to have just criticism if you're pointing out the flaws in a certain ideology. For example, let's say that there is a religion that fucks cactuses as prayer. An unjust criticism would be, oh, you guys are gay homo fags. But a valid criticism of, hey, here's why you maybe shouldn't fuck that cactus. A valid criticism might get someone to think, oh, they're right. This is really stupid that I'm fucking this cactus. I'm gonna stop fucking this cactus. So, yeah, especially in the case of flawed ideologies, your criticism should be just. People keep telling me about their waifus. Is there something wrong with them? Yes, they're fucking weeaboos. Number 9, favorite Western movie? Wouldn't be surprised if it's Blazing Saddles. Shit. I know for a fact that there is a Western movie I like more than Blazing Saddles. Like an actual Western movie that I watched right before the last time I tried filming this. And I cannot think of what the movie is to save my fucking life. So yeah, we're gonna go with Blazing Saddles, because I literally cannot think of any other Western movies right now, and it's pissing me off. 10. How corrupt do you have to be considered corrupt? I mean, everyone's corrupt to a certain degree, in my opinion, so I'd say moderate to severe corruptness earns you the label of, like, corrupt. Number 11. What have you thought of the Call of Duty Sunken Boats DLC? It's gonna be a platinum seller. I'm not a Call of Duty guy. I have not played this DLC. The last time I played Call of Duty was a while ago. Not that big on it. Not looking to play it anytime soon. Number 12. What has been the weirdest edible food you have consumed? I mean, I'd say calamari, but a lot of people have had calamari that I know. I'd say frog legs, but second verse, same as the first. I think I had zebra jerky once, which was really interesting. I know I've had alligator jerky before, which was not at all what I was expecting. So yeah, one of those, I guess. Zim294 has a few questions. Will my mother ever love me? I mean, hopefully, I think that everyone should have a mother that at least kind of almost gives a shit. Have you tried buying her flowers or chocolates or, I don't know, getting her a fucking butt plug or some shit like that? Make an effort. If not, fuck her. Like, don't actually fuck her. I'm saying, like, you know, fuck her as in, like, disregard her, not fuck her as in, like, put your pecker in her. What furnishings should I get for my log cabin? You should make all of your furniture out of Lincoln logs. Know where I can get some plaid panties? Probably the fucking internet. How many dildos should you stick up your ass before you get concerned? That all depends on the size of the dildo. If we're talking like a little itty bitty pecker, I'm gonna say maybe like 4. If we're talking a Great American Challenge, if you can fit even one of those up your ass, you need to call someone to check your asshole, dog. Zim294's final question that I'm going to answer: Mega Satan versus Giga Hitler. Stick. Stick win every time. And the last question comes from Mr. Squibbles, who says, create a superhero with backstories and villains and allies. Think about this before doing a video. So I have the hero down. This has actually been something I've kind of been working on for a while. I can't remember any villains or allies or anything, so you're gonna have to forgive me. But I've had this idea for a superhero named Negative. Now, the whole thing, Negative used to be in the army, wound up getting a few limbs blown off. And the government recently found this strange alien technology, or maybe a life form or something like that, that's basically black goo. Think like the stuff that the Slender Man's tendrils would be made out of. And they found that it's possible to make limbs out of this black goo. So homeboy gets fucking experimented on, and he has these actual limbs, but he now has superpower where he has Slender Man-like tendrils that can do all sorts of crazy shit. The thing is, he hasn't quite mastered how to use the tendrils, so it's possible that if he uses them, he loses complete control of his body. So he only uses it when absolutely necessary, otherwise he uses his military training and shit like that. I was kind of influenced by, like, the symbiotes in Spider-Man, kind of influenced by the Slendermans. It's been an idea I've been toying with for a while. Anyways, so that about does it for this episode of TBB Unscripted. Down there, as always, in the comments section, leave me your questions. I do this every month because I love answering you guys' questions. Be sure to check out all the shit in the description. Check out MWO and IWE, the wrestling companies I work for. Follow me on all the social media sites. Check out all the other sexy channels down there. If you want to help monetarily support the channel, you can pick up a t-shirt, you can leave a donation on my donations page, or you can download my album. If you want, you can get my album 100% for free, but I do have an option for you to pay for it if you want to, which I would appreciate. But hey, most importantly, remember to like, comment, subscribe. The Brandon Brownson, signing out. It's so hot.